Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Jake and Mrs. Jake here with GD Honey Acres. We just got done swapping out feed. We got 7 on gallon feeders and 2 on quart jars. So the 2 on quart jars we got to do at least twice a week. The gallon ones we do once a week. They're all getting happy. Sophia's being a little aggravated over there. Seems like she's always in a mood. She was very not happy with us when we swapped it out. Everyone else is pretty chill though. They're not happy. So it is currently about 56 degrees outside, which is within my rule of don't open hives if it's below 55 to 50. And we got at least 3 weeks left that we could actively feed liquid. After that, it's going to be to the dry form. Just dry sugar on it, and then we're going to get ready to wrap them up and tuck them away for winter. What do you say?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Just enough
Yep.
to say to that.
So probably tomorrow after I get off work, I'm going to come home, do inventory on what we have, what we need, and make plans to go on from there.
We're definitely going to need to get more insulation.
Yes. Actually, I've got about 2 full sheets in the garage, so that's why I'm going to take inventory and see how much we have to get. I'm hoping we're okay because that 2-inch pink foam board, or 1.5. What did we use, 2-inch or 1.5?
2-inch, because that's what they had at the time.
Yeah, we used the 2-inch pink foam board. That's about $50 a sheet right now.
If I recall, the first winter that we used that wrap, we had 7 hives. They all made it through the winter, and we had like negative 30-degree nights.
Oh, yeah.
And they all made it. So if we do the same thing here, we have 9 hives right now. We probably won't have to buy any more.
Hopefully not, because that stuff is expensive.
So we should be okay.
I'm hoping. So, Mrs. Jake, what were your thoughts for this year?
It's definitely been a learning experience with the drought. It's been really tough on the bees. And it shows in our apiary. We've got a lot of missing girls, and it's sad.
2 here gone.
It's been a learning experience as well.
2 back there gone.
So it's taught us that we need to do better in preparation. Next spring, we need to start really early, plant as many wildflowers that they can get nectar and pollen off of as possible, and get a really good watering system set up to keep them producing for these bees regardless of the drought.
And then on those plants that we want to plant, we're going to do native plants. 2 reasons. 1, native, so it's local to our region. It'll stick with the natural flora going on. And 2, your native flowers and native plants survive a lot better in drought conditions than your ones that are not native to the area. So we are currently walking. I'm going to show you guys where we are going to go ahead and kind of change the ground up and get a whole bunch of different flowering plants put. I've got my skid steer with a 6-foot tiller on it. So we're going to have some fun with that. So this whole area we're going to be doing, this is, oh, Lord have mercy, a good 150 feet or so. The ground about 15-20 feet deep in some spots between the driveway and the feed bunks. I plan on tilling all that up. We'll let the natural sunflowers come do their thing still, because bees love sunflowers. But then we're going to get a big variety of native plants. All right there. Then we're thinking about doing some of the yard too. I got tree work to clean up, but
we wanted to do at least part of the yard as a clover lawn. So converting it from grass to Dutch clover, white Dutch clover.
Yeah, the bees love the Dutch clover. That'll be a great source for them early spring.
Well, and it continues to bloom all through spring, summer, partially fall too.
I think I just saw a bee fly off you.
Did you?
Yep. So what kind of flowers you thinking possibly in here?
We'll just do like the basic pollinator wildflower mix. There should be cornflowers, poppies. What else was there?
I think black-eyed Susans were in there, which are natural, or cornflowers are natural for our area. We'll probably try to find some more, I don't know what, yellow and white sweet clover mixes, because those pop up wild here.
Right. The problem with those is that you have to plant them at least a year ahead of time if you expect them to bloom.
Yep, otherwise you got to wait 2 years for the blooming to happen. But we like this last year, planted a whole bunch of yellow sweet clover in here. Well, didn't plant it per se, till that area up, put it on there and kind of raked them in, and we had a good portion come up there, so hopefully all that reseeded and we'll have more later. One thing to remember with the yellow and white sweet clover, if you plant it, that is a 2-year deal. So the first year they'll kind of grow up, they may bloom, produce some nectar, they won't produce much that second year though. They should get a lot taller. Like a lot of the wild stuff here that is on its second year gets 3 feet, 4 feet tall, produces loads of blooms. So hopefully we'll have that next year, because they were just real short this past year.
Another thing to remember about the white and yellow sweet clover is that it does get tall. It's not like the white Dutch clover that you would use as lawn cover, because that only gets about this big. It's perfect for a lawn, but the sweet clover gets tall.
So we hope you guys are still feeding your bees, right?
Yeah.
We've got 3 weeks left that we can actively feed liquid. After that, we're done. That's it. No more feeding bees. And I'll just be doing the whole dry sugar on top of the frames that we like to do. And
some people do candy boards.
yeah, that's a lot of time and preparation.
It's a whole other thing.
I'm a little too ADD, ADHD for that. I can't focus that long on something like that. But that's also a lot of work, in my opinion. But yeah, so we'll stick with a 2-to-1 for a little bit longer. Then we're going to go to just a dry sugar on top of the frames. And we'll probably show you guys all about that when we do it. Sorry, I got distracted. It said a squirrel. Yeah, it said a squirrel. It was rabbit. But yeah. Hope you guys are doing well whenever you are, wherever you are. I pray your bees are doing great. Pray for our family. We'll keep praying for yours. Any questions, comments, anything, put it down in the comments or email me. Whatever, my email is attached to the channel. I did end up ordering a much larger anvil than what I have. And instead of cast iron, it's cast steel. So it should be a lot better. And it's about twice the size. So be looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll be making a lot of knives and other knickknacks this winter. For the craft work portion of this channel, it's supposed to be happening, but we've been so busy we haven't been able to do that part of it this year anyway.
It's been a busy year.
Yep, so hopefully we'll get that going and back to selling knives and such on Etsy. All right, guys, we love you, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Bye.